Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into something pretty wild, honestly. We're talking AI generated imagery, specifically some of the, well, quirks people are noticing online.
Oh, yeah. It's really incredible how fast AI is developing, but with anything new, there are going to be some hiccups along the way. And that's definitely what we're seeing with this AI video that's got everybody talking.
Right? So we found this Reddit thread where folks are really picking apart this AI generated video, and it features women. And it seems the AI has nailed some aspects of like human anatomy, but others, well, let's just say they could use some work.
Yeah, it's almost like the AI learned from, a very specific and maybe somewhat limited data set. It's really cool to see what it gets right and where it kind of stumbles. It really highlights how complex the human form is, even for like the most advanced algorithms.
Totally. Like this one commenter, Daybao1, they pointed out the first woman in the video has what they called fake breasts. Got 161 upvotes for that observation.
Hmm. Yeah, it makes you think about how AI might be picking up on, even maybe reinforcing like unrealistic beauty standards,
Yeah.
that are already out there. It's a good reminder that AI reflects the data it's trained on, and that data, well, it often has,
But
societal biases baked in.
yeah, it's a little unsettling. Like we're all laughing at the AI's quirks, but they might be telling us something deeper about ourselves. Then there's Creepypasta, who said, if you can drag your eyes away from her boobs, check out her hand holding the beer mug. It's like people are playing Spot the AI glitch, and hands seem to be a dead giveaway.
Yeah, hands are notoriously difficult for AI to get right. They're so complex with all the joints and positions. The AI probably just hasn't been trained on enough data to accurately represent like all the nuances of hand movements.
Yeah, that makes sense. One person even said it looked like she had 3 fingers and a big toe on her left hand.
Uh-huh. Classic example of the uncanny valley, that, unsettling feeling you get when something looks almost human, but not quite. Our brains are wired to detect subtle discrepancies, and when those discrepancies are in something as familiar as a hand, well, it can be kind of jarring.
It's like our brains are like, wait, hold on, something's off here. And of course, you can't talk about AI generated images without someone bringing up authenticity. Used Octopus just straight up declared, buddy, I have bad news, all their boobs are fake. It's funny, but it also raises an interesting point.
Right. It speaks to our need to like scrutinize and categorize, even in the digital world. We're
Mm,
trying to impose our own standards of reality onto something that's inherently artificial.
for sure. And speaking of things that aren't quite right, the way the AI depicted drinking beer, I mean, people were losing it. One person said the glass refills when they pulled it away.
Sounds like the AI gets the concept of drinking, but hasn't quite nailed the mechanics of it. Maybe it's struggling to understand the relationship between the hand, the glass, and the liquid.
Another commenter, they thought they were spitting the beer back to not get drunk, and someone else was like horrified they were drinking beer with a straw.
Yeah, these comments are hilarious because they really show how AI struggles to like represent all the little things about human behavior. Like it's one thing to show someone holding a glass, but it's totally different to understand, the social stuff, the actual physical actions involved in drinking.
Yeah, like the AI gets that humans drink beer, but it's still working out the how, the why, you know? And it's not just like the big actions people are noticing, it's tiny details too. Like at 0.18 in the video, one woman has what a bunch of people call lizard eyes.
Really. That's interesting. Shows how tuned in we are to even the smallest things that are off about how humans look.
Yeah.
Our brains are like hardwired to spot subtle clues, things that might signal danger or if someone's trustworthy. And even a tiny difference from what's normal can set us off.
Yeah, for sure. Someone even joked the lizard eyes were a green flag for the intelligentsia, which I thought was pretty funny. It's like these AI glitches are turning into like inside jokes online.
Oh, absolutely. It
Yeah.
shows what it's like to, all be checking out AI together, finding the funny stuff and its imperfections. Like we're all beta testers for this new tech, pointing out the bugs and laughing along the way.
Totally. And speaking of bugs, we can't forget that comment that just sums up this whole AI journey. I like how AI has definitely got boobs down, but can't figure out fingers.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a good one. That pretty much sums up how AI development is, all over the place. Like it's sprinting ahead in some areas, like making realistic body parts while it's still tripping up on others, like how complex hands are.
Makes you wonder, right? What does it mean when an AI can create this like hyper realistic image of a woman, but can't get something as basic as a human hand right?
It's a good reminder that AI is still really new. It's learning by trying and, making mistakes. And sometimes those mistakes show, like unexpected biases or limitations in the data it was trained on.
Yeah, totally. And then there's this uncanny gulch thing someone mentioned. It's like the uncanny valley, but even
Oh,
creepier.
right, right. The uncanny valley is that uneasy feeling we get when something's almost human but off. The uncanny gulch takes that further. It's like as AI gets better at copying reality, the differences between what's real and fake
Right.
get more jarring. It's like finding a hidden chasm in a place you thought you knew.
So, like, as AI gets better, will those differences just disappear? Or will we always be able to, spot those little signs of what's fake, those glitches that remind us we're not looking at a real person?
That's the question, isn't it? Maybe as AI keeps getting better, the uncanny gulch will fade, and we'll get used to seeing and interacting with AI images and videos.
But for now, it's those little quirks that make it also interesting, even entertaining, I'd say. It's like we're watching AI learn as it goes, and we're all part of it. So as we wrap up this deep dive into AI-generated imagery, I'm curious what really stuck with you. Was it like the super realistic details, or the weird glitches, or maybe how people are dissecting these images online?
I think it's amazing how these AI quirks are getting people talking, even joking about it. It's like we're all trying to figure out this, rapidly changing technology, and humor is part of how we do that.
It's so true. We're all part of this big experiment, watching AI progress, pointing out where it messes up, and maybe even learning a little something about ourselves along the way.
That kind of brings us to a final thought. As AI keeps getting better, will these discrepancies disappear? Or will even weirder quirks pop up? Will the uncanny gulch be a thing of the past? Or will it morph into something even more bizarre?
Right. And how will that change how we see, like, what's real and what's fake as AI gets more sophisticated? It's definitely something to think about as
Mm.
we keep navigating this, this crazy world of AI.
Oh, it's a journey full of surprises, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And you never know. Maybe the things we laugh at today will be like the big breakthroughs tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time for another exploration into all kinds of fascinating stuff.